Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. Um, Today was daylight savings time, fallback. So my body decided they were getting up at 5 a.m. Had a rough night. Like, it seems like whenever I don't work out, my restless legs are so bad. It was so bad last night. I kept waking up. Rob. It was a disaster. And then Theo had bad dreams too, so he jumped into bed with us for part of the night. And then eventually I just gave up. Laid there for a while. I did get up at around 2 a.m. I got up for a while and tried to stretch my legs and thought maybe that would help, because sometimes it does, but it didn't really help much. So today I've been up since about 5, and I got up, had some of Ronan's banana bread that he made yesterday, and watched a little bit of Reddit stories. Robbie pointed out the fact that I was watching really negative stories, and he's like, "Why are you always watching those?" And I was like, "You know what? I don't know," because the first story on the video on Smosh was really actually funny, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I was just kind of letting it play and wasn't really paying attention to it. I was like, "Yeah, maybe you're right." So I turned it off, and I went outside to work out. Well, not outside, in the workout room in my gym. I mean, what? Hey.
Here, smell my stuff.
Oh, did you get the gasoline smell out of it?
It's a lot better.
That's a lot better. You might want to run it once more, though.
That's good enough for now.
Okay.
That I can handle. So, baking soda and Dawn dish soap worked.
That's awesome. I was so worried about it making bubbles all over the place.
But,
I'm glad it didn't. I'm getting ready for work, though.
okay. When are you leaving?
I work at 9.
Love you.
I love you, too.
I want to be on camera.
Okay.
You look weird with your
Well,
half makeup on.
well, because it's not done yet.
Yeah, I know.
Love you, too. Anyway, what was I saying? I have a workout room in my garage. That room used to be where we had our son's hot tub. My son Tilk, he was terminal his whole life, and so he was a Make-A-Wish kid, and we got a hot tub for him. When we encased it, we built a room in our garage for it. But shortly after he passed away, the hot tub quit working. Well, I mean, I guess we could have repaired it. It was half the hot tub still worked, but it was really expensive to repair it. So instead, we just basically took a chainsaw to it and cut it up into little pieces so we could get it out of the room without taking the wall down, and threw it away and bought exercise equipment. So it's a workout room / office. Anyway, so I went out there, did a ab workout for about 20 minutes. Came back in, it was only 7:30. So I decided to go on a 2-mile speed walk. I don't like to run. I don't even like to jog because of the bouncing. I've had, with having 10 kids, some pelvic floor issues, so I don't like to do things that that I'm bouncing a lot. So I don't run, but I speed walk. I walk quite fast. It takes me less than 10 minutes to go a mile if I'm speed walking. So, I did that. Went out for almost 2 miles. And then I came in. I was so sweaty. Oh my goodness. Took a shower, blow dried my hair, and now I'm getting ready for work. It's a Sunday, so Rob will be home with the kids. And you know, my work week starts this month. Most weeks I'm gonna have Saturdays off, but not every week because obviously there's Thanksgiving, so I'm not gonna be working Thanksgiving. So then those hours will go on Saturday, and then my kids have a dentist appointment at the end of the month too. So that week is gonna be really wonky. Ronan and I are working on our menu for Thanksgiving. This year I don't have to cook all alone. I'm so excited. I've always done it by myself, at least since we stopped going to Rob's parents. We used to, when the kids were really young, we went to Rob's parents' house for Thanksgiving. And even though I would try to cook something, they were always like, oh, you're a terrible cook, so we don't want you to cook. I was not actually a bad cook. My mother-in-law just had this weird thing where she felt the need to compete with me. And that was one that I really didn't, like, I didn't want to compete. I always told her there's room for both of us. She was like, well, you took my son, and now I have to compete with you for his attention. I was like, no, you don't. Here's Mom. You can spend time with your son. But she was always weird like that. And cooking was a thing that she was always, like, she had to be better at. Whatever. I didn't really care because it was like 1 or 2 meals a year that I didn't have to cook. And so I was like, sure, you can say that I'm a bad cook and I won't have to bring anything. And like there was this one time when Rob and I were dating, I had been making pies for everybody in the dorms and I was getting really good at it. But I had to follow a recipe. If I didn't follow a recipe, then it was going to be a disaster. Well, it was the first time I had gone to see his parents, and I thought I could make a pie without the recipe. I thought I could remember the recipe and make an apple pie, because his mom was like, you need to show me your cooking skills. I was like, okay. Well, it was a disaster. It was an epic fail. And I was laughing about it. Like, this pie came out terribly. And the crust was, like, hard-tacked. It was so bad. And I'm laughing about it. And I was like, you guys do not have to eat this. This does not turn out. You know, I had told them I didn't have my recipes on me. And she's like, make it without a recipe. Prove that you're good at it. Okay. Well, my husband, he's like, I was like, you don't have to eat this. It's bad. He ate it. He didn't just eat a piece of it. He ate the whole thing. He put maple syrup on it and ate the whole thing. He's like, I could eat your cooking forever. And then she's like, he's going to marry her. And I was laughing. Oh my gosh. I thought it was funny. This disaster. Like, I was like, because I was pretty secure in my pie making skills when I have a recipe, right? So it was like, whatever. So every holiday, that's what she would say. She was like, oh, but you made that awful pie, so you can't cook. And I was like, okay, yep, I'm a bad cook. I won't bring anything. Like, it didn't bother me. I was like, okay. Because at the same time, I was also baking for all of the bake sales, and people were always buying my cookies. Up until the whole thing with my in-laws spreading rumors at church, saying that I was putting breast milk in my cookies and baked goods. I wasn't. I never did that, but they told people I did, and then all of a sudden, I wasn't allowed at potluck anymore, and nobody told me why I eventually left that church, and I'm not kidding. 15 years after the rumor started, the kids that grew up in that church told me that their parents believed this rumor. Anyway, it's a whole nother story. But so we used to go to his grandparents for Thanksgiving and Christmas. His family was big into deer hunting, and it was like this whole thing. But his entire extended family liked to say that I was a terrible cook and don't you dare bring anything, and then they'd get mad that I didn't bring anything. And I did bring food. It was usually like they would look at it and just like, oh, we're not eating that because you made it. And I was like, okay, so I didn't bring anything. So then I was expected to like do dishes and stuff, and I was like, watch everybody's kids. And like, I don't know why, but everybody just always kind of dumped all their kids on me. And I had more kids than anybody else. So I was like, whatever. Anyway, after his grandpa died, the bigger family kind of fell apart and started doing Thanksgiving at their own respective families. So we did Thanksgiving at his parents' house. And other than them constantly taking digs at me, it mostly went okay. And then in 2017, that all broke down. So we started doing Thanksgiving at home. The first time was a disaster. Even though I was an okay baker, well, I was a pretty good baker, and I was an okay cook, I had never done a full turkey. Well, our oven caught on fire. Twice. The first 2 years, because we didn't know about turkey fans. Which is actually kind of a really funny story now. The second time, we had to actually replace our oven. And, but ever since then, I've gotten pretty good at it. In fact, I make a whole spread and hand food out to our elderly neighbors that don't have any plans or anywhere to go or anybody to cook for them. And, like, we do a whole thing. You know, it's really fun. Everybody has a good time. But this year, I don't have to cook alone because, well, last year Dylan did the turkey, and it was the best turkey that I've ever had. You know, he's a professional chef, and it was amazing. So this year he's doing the turkey, and Ronan and I are going to work together on the pies and stuff, and side dishes and all of that. I just realized my lip looks kind of uneven. So anyway, that's the plan. There we go. Today's look. I think I want to pull my hair back. I can't believe it's November already though. This year has gone by really fast. There we go. See you soon.